15th, 1912. Time is 2:20 a.m. The Titanic is gone. This is Nanda. Welcome back to part 2 of Titanic story.
The people in the lifeboats stare into the night. The sky is full of shooting stars, but it is dark and it is bitter, bitter cold. Most of the lifeboats have drifted away from each other. People just wait and they try to get warm. Some have fur coats. Others are wearing bathrobes and slippers. One man is in nothing but his underwear. Coldest of all are the ones who jumped from the ship and swam to a boat. Their hair and clothes are frosted with ice. One lifeboat is upside down. About 30 men are standing on it. They lean this way and that to keep the boat from sinking. Icy waves splash against their legs. One lifeboat goes back to try and help. They save one man. He is floating on a wooden door. They do not find many others. No one can last long in the freezing water. Hours pass. The sky grows lighter. It seems as if help will never come. Then suddenly a light flashes. And another. It is a ship, the Carpathia. It has come from 58 miles away. Everyone waves and cheers. They make torches. They burn paper, handkerchiefs, anything. They want to make the ship see them. The sun begins to rise. There are icebergs all around. The rescue ship almost hits one, but it turns just in time. The ship keeps heading towards the lifeboats. Help has finally come. All eyes are on the rescue ship. Boat by boat, the people are taken aboard. The sea is rough and it takes many hours. But at last, everyone is safe. Soon the news flashes all around the world. The unsinkable Titanic has sunk. More than 2,200 people set out. Only 705 are rescued. How? Why? No one can understand. When the rescue ship reaches New York, 40,000 people are waiting. The Titanic survivors tell their story. The world learns the truth. The safest ship was not safe at all. It was too late for the Titanic, but it was not too late for the other ships. New safety laws were passed. Many changes were made. Today, every ship must have enough lifeboats for every single passenger. And every ship has lifeboat drills so people know what to do if there's an accident. Ship radios can never be turned off. Every call for help is heard. And now there's a special ice patrol. Patrol airplanes keep track of dangerous icebergs. They warn ships. Never again can an iceberg take a ship by surprise. The Titanic was a terrible loss, but the world learned from it. Years went by. The Titanic lay many miles down in black, icy cold water. No divers could go down in such deep water, and no one could even find the ship. This map shows you roughly where the Titanic sank. Some people thought the Titanic had been crushed. They said it was probably in a million pieces. Yet, treasure hunters kept on dreaming of the wonderful ship. They were sure there was gold on board and diamonds and pearls. A man named Robert Ballard dreamed of the Titanic too. Robert was a scientist. he studied the oceans. Robert worked in a famous laboratory in Woods Hole, Massachusetts. He didn't care about treasure. He just wanted to find the ship. He thought about it for years. Robert had a special invention. It was a kind of underwater robot. Its name was Argo. Argo could dive down very, very deep. It had lights and a video camera. It could skim along the ocean floor. It could take underwater video pictures, and it could send them to TV screens on a ship. Robert read all about the Titanic. He looked at maps and photos. Finally, he was ready. He thought he knew where the mystery ship was waiting. In the summer of 1985, Robert sailed north to Newfoundland. He went with a team of scientists. He took Argo with them. Robert sent Argo hunting. He didn't even have to get his feet wet. But he had to do a lot of watching. For days, it was the same. He saw sand and more sand. Then, at last, something different flashed on the screen. Was it a ship? Yes, it was. A huge ship. The other scientists began to cheer. They had done it. They had found the Titanic. Robert could not believe his eyes. It was like seeing a ghost. There was the Titanic sitting on the ocean floor. It had broken apart, but Robert could see how beautiful it still was. Over the days, Robert saw more and more of the ship. He saw the crow's nest, where the lookout first spotted the iceberg. A beautiful glass window lay in the sand. The ship's giant anchors were there. Bottles of wine were scattered about and suitcases. It was amazing, and it was sad. So many people had set out on the voyage. So few had returned. Finally, Robert sailed home. He did not tell anyone where he found the Titanic. He hoped the ship would stay just as it was. He did not want treasure hunters to come and loot it. Robert wanted to go back to the Titanic, and a year later he did. He landed a small submarine right on the deck of the Titanic. He sent a robot inside the ship. Robert did not take anything, but he did leave something behind. It was a message. He left it for anyone else who might find the Titanic. It asked that the great ship be left in peace. All over the world, people were thrilled by Robert's work. To some, it was very special. They had sailed on the Titanic. They had been small children then. Now they were very old. But they had never forgotten the unsinkable Titanic. The world would never forget.
This is the end of Titanic story. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and support me. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will